Kristen Hawkins. Welcome to this new episode of How to Win This Week on the Explicitly Pro-Life podcast. Today I want to talk about an Illinois law that's making waves. It's an abortion vending machine law. We shouldn't be shocked, I guess, sadly, by this law because I think the Illinois governor is somehow in a competition with the California governor to me to be the most pro-abortion governor in the country. I mean, that's like a race to the bottom if I've ever heard of it. But this is a law that should concern all of us in the pro-life movement. Absolutely. If you live in Illinois, you need to contact your state senators, your state reps immediately and tell them to vote no against this proposed law. But the rest of us need to be on the lookout for this. And this is why I wanted to cover this week. This is actually not a new situation. It happened a few years ago in Shippensburg University in Pennsylvania, where the school decided to put condoms and Plan B in vending machines on their campus. Now, it was behind doors. You had to go through the student health center and have your ID to access it, but still you were able to get Plan B on a vending machine on campus. This is similar. So this House Bill 4247 would require all public colleges and universities to have emergency contraceptives, Plan B, and at least one vending machine on campus. Apparently now we have like sex vending machines. We have makeup ones, and at the airport I can get iPhone and technology ones, and we can get the candy bar ones, and now we can have sex ones. This is insane because this would make abortifacients effortlessly available to students, as easy as getting a soda, as easy as getting a candy bar. And this is something that I predict if it passes in Illinois, we will sadly see this sweep across the country. As you all know, in California, they passed and Governor Newsom signed into law right after taking the helm of the state SB 24, which mandates that all state universities in California dispense chemical abortion pills right on campus. We have other states like New Mexico, Massachusetts, and I'm sure once Illinois figures it out, they'll want to do it too, to make our universities, public universities, straight up an abortion vendor. This also is a huge step in that direction with these vending machines, with making Plan B available. And this is something we have to fight against in the pro-life movement. Now, some people will say, well, why are we talking about Plan B? Plan B is not chemical abortion. It is different. Yes, you are correct. And if you know that's different, congratulations, you are in a slim minority of people, because the majority of people I talk to don't know any different, don't believe there's any difference between chemical abortion pill and Plan B. And we've talked about this a lot on this podcast. There's absolutely a difference. Chemical abortion pills, RU486, whatever you want to call them, they're 100% intention is to end the unique whole living life and the beating heart of another human being. Sometimes ends the life of the mother, certainly can leave her infertile or give her other very life-threatening complications, but that is the intention. The intention of Plan B now is not to be abortifacient. It's to stop conception, stop the unique whole living life from coming into existence. However, if you look at the back of the box on Plan B, it'll say on the left side, does not harm an existing pregnancy. Then on the right side, in way smaller font, and you can Google the image this, because I had to prove this to a pastor not long ago on my Facebook Messenger. On smaller font, on the right side, it says, may inhibit the implantation of a fertilized egg into the uterine wall. That's an abortion. If you Googleize the word fertilized egg, what will you get on Google? You will get the word zygote, or you'll get embryo. A fertilized egg is a human being, because once the egg becomes fertilized, the part and the other from mom, here I go. This is my kids will always be traumatized. When the part from mom and the part from dad meet, they're no longer two parts. They are now a whole. So yes, an egg has been fertilized from the dad's part, but then a unique, whole, living human life that's never existed before, will never exist again, has come into existence. So you may call it a fertilized egg because it makes it sound like it's not abortion, but if something inhibits the implantation of a fertilized egg into the mother's uterine lining, her uterine wall, that in fact is an early abortion. 96% of biologists agree that human life begins at fertilization, not at implantation. which ACOG, American College of Obstetrician and Gynecologists, changed. Why was that definition of pregnancy changed not long ago? We've talked about this again on the podcast. Why is it changed? Come on, say it out loud. Because of birth control and IVF. The definition of pregnancy changed from fertilization implantation to allow for chemical drugs that end human life before that human life has made its way from the fallopian tube down into the uterine wall. This also means that folks who commit and practice IVF don't believe that they're actually killing human beings because the human being hasn't implanted into the uterine wall. That is discrimination based on location, by the way, folks. But just saying it. So Plan B, it does carry this risk. We know because Plan B is a high dose birth control pill, the goal is to stop the ovary from releasing the egg. But we know breakthrough ovulation occurs. We know it has this third kind of mechanism of making the uterus uninhabitable if a fertilization has occurred and that new human being is making its way down from the fallopian tube into the uterine lining. We've known this for years. That makes this drug potentially an abortifacient. We don't know the likelihood or the percentage of how many abortions occur with these types of drugs, but we definitely know it's a risk. And with Plan B being taken after sex has already occurred, the risk is absolutely greater than a woman who's taking a daily dose of birth control pill at the same exact time. So this is something I want you to be aware of to make sure you're fighting against in your state. If you live in Illinois, make sure you contact your state reps, your state senator, telling them no vending machine abortion pills or abortifacients should ever be allowed here.